Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hello and welcome again. Tonight I'm going to bring you a very sad story. It's about a mother accused of murdering her two young sons. This is coming out of Louisville, Kentucky. The website is WDRB. The murder trial of a Bullitt County woman accused of killing her two young sons in their home will begin this year. Tiffany Lucas was indicted in December on 2 counts of murder after police said a neighbor found her two sons, 6-year-old Maurice Baker Jr. and 9-year-old Jaden Howard, shot inside the Lucas' home on Bentwood Drive in Bullitt County on November the 8th, 2023. Both boys were rushed by ambulance, also with police escort, to Norton Children's Hospital in downtown Louisville, where they both succumbed to their injuries. In court Monday, Judge Rodney Burroughs set a trial date for December 17th at 9 a.m. Bullitt County Commonwealth's attorney, Bailey Taylor, said Lucas's attorney both expected to last 4 or 5 days. Lucas' attorney declined to speak on camera about the case. Taylor said neither side has discussed a plea agreement, but he didn't rule it out. Lucas pled not guilty to 2 charges of capital murder in December. At that time, Burroughs kept her in jail on a $2 million bond set in place. At the December hearing, Taylor said that if someone is found guilty of such a charge, punishment could range from life in prison to life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. She's looking at, of course, as a capital offense, possibility of death penalty, but we have not notified the defense what we're seeking at this time. Taylor said Monday, adding to it, he isn't ready to say that he'll do so right now. All credits go to Law and Crime, Jesse Weber.
Sons inside of her Kentucky home could be offered a plea deal. We're going to break down these latest details in the Tiffany Lucas case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. We have been closely following the case of Tiffany Lucas as it makes its way through the court system in Kentucky. And now we have learned that a plea deal could possibly be on the table in this absolutely horrific case. The 32-year-old woman, Miss Lucas, is accused of shooting her two sons, 6-year-old Maurice Baker Jr. and 9-year-old Jaden Howard, to death inside of their Bullitt County home out in Kentucky this last November. And you know what makes this just so incredibly eerie and chilling is that just days before this, Lucas had seemingly posted photos of herself and the half-brothers in Star Wars costumes for Halloween, smiling, none the wiser. But on the day in question, first responders found Lucas outside in the driveway. That's the allegation. The two boys were found in a bedroom, both shot in the head. They were rushed to a children's hospital. They both died. Lucas allegedly told police that the shooting was an accident, that she said someone had given her a gun, but said she would never have done something like this unless someone, quote, manipulated her, and that she was in, quote, such a bad spot. Detectives said Lucas made statements that she was being manipulated through Facebook, through the internet, or through Wi-Fi. Lucas was arrested. She was charged with murder. She's been in jail ever since on a $2 million bond. In fact, when this first happened and we were piecing together the shooting and we didn't have all the details, I had the opportunity to interview from the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Colonel Alex Payne. And I always go back to this, and I'm always reminded about this because listen to what he had to say.
There were statements evidently that were made there on scene. As to our recollection right now, the individual that is responsible basically went next door to a neighbor's house and was eventually, there was a husband and a wife there, and she was actually in their driveway, laying down in their driveway when they came across her. The husband ended up going inside the house, locating the boys, and immediately coming out and calling 911. And that's when the police and EMS response occurred. I can tell you that the boys were shot in an area that would not be survivable for anybody. However, they were alive, to the best of our knowledge, when they were transported by EMS to the hospital, and passed away while at the hospital. As far as our responsibility, and you know this, from law enforcement, we're responsible actually for the criminal investigation itself, and then being the best witnesses that we can possibly be for the information that we put forward to the prosecutor. So motive sometimes can be a byproduct, but I can tell you now, in my 40 plus years of being in this line of work, there are three things that I've seen, and it can be these things individually, or it can be these things in combination. You can have a individual who is suffering from some type of mental illness. You can have an individual who has some type of substance abuse problem, or that individual can simply be just that evil, or it can be a combination of those things. I haven't seen any other outliers other than those three. And so right now, I guess it's, anybody's guess as to which one of those she covers. And right now we're trying to gather everything that we possibly can, that we have knowledge of, to put together as a part of our investigation to present to the Commonwealth.
Rest in heaven, Maurice Baker Jr., 6 years old, and 9-year-old Jaden Howard. And pray for the extended family. Thanks again for watching. As I always say, every child deserves a parent or parents, but not all parents deserve children. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.